I'm joking. I gave up drink, I gave up drugs, I gave up sleep, and I gave up control of the remote control, the television. I don't have that anymore, that's gone out the window. In fact, I have very little apart from love.
Okay. Next question's over there.
Robbie, so your second child is on its way. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is that the last child, or do you plan already more?
Well, my wife plans many children, but that's a negotiation. After this child, we'll sit down and have a conference with each other, and we shall see. It's too early to tell. I think we want 3, but we'll see after the second, because everybody says that 2 kids is so difficult. Every time I see a mother or a father, they go, oh. I go, right, thank you. Yeah. So we'll see. Thank you for the question.
Next question's in the back.
Robbie, hi, my name is Wolfgang from Radio 3. Nice to have you in Ischgl. I'm sure you're looking forward to skiing, but no time. Another question, 3rd concert in Austria within the week. It must have been great days in Austria for you.
Austria, thank you wherever you are. Austria has become my favourite place to perform. When I first came to Austria in 1990 something, people said that don't be scared if the audience isn't very warm. So I arrived on stage and I had the best audience I've ever had, and my mind was blown. And that's been the same way every time I come back to Austria. And last year we did the race course in Vienna, and it was absolutely unbelievable. The perfect show, the perfect gig. I'm honoured to perform for an Austrian audience. They're my favourite audience in the entire world, and I'm glad that I'm here for a 3rd time so quickly.
Thanks. Next question in the front.
Mr. Williams, I have one question. We are here in the mountains, and do you personally go into the mountains, hiking, skiing, or is it a new experience?
I used to. I haven't been skiing for a long time. I'm 40 now, and the last time I went skiing, I was in my 20s. It was in Switzerland. But I can't believe how beautiful it is up here. It truly is paradise. It's the most amazing. We arrived in the plane yesterday and we drove for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it was one of the best journeys I've ever had in my life. The scenery is beyond beautiful.
Okay, next question in the front.
As you said, you become 40 this year. Has this any special meaning for you?
Nothing special, no. Has it any special meaning? I just think, no, not really. I don't like it. But as it happens, it's okay. But there's no special meaning. No. How old are you? Does it have a special meaning for you? No, it doesn't mean.
Okay, thank you. Next question in the back there.
My name is Claire, I'm from England.
Hi,
I just
Claire.
wanted to ask you, when you're in the shower, what do you sing?
I wish I was a little bit taller. I just think about small things. When I'm in the shower, probably sing Putting on the Ritz at the minute. It's if you're blue and you don't know where to go to, don't you go where fashion sits. Putting on the Ritz. Does everybody know that song here? Yeah. Okay, if you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? 2, 3. Okay, I'll see you later. That's good.
Next question in the front here.
Hi, Robbie.
Hi.
My name is Oshena.
Hello,
I'll tell you a little story before I can ask my question.
Please do.
Nervous? Sorry. We are from Switzerland, from the Romanish radio and television station. I hope that you know the language. It's a national language. college. And we had the idea that we could have an aim for to came here. So we started a few months ago with a video diary, how to reach a single interview with you.
Okay.
So it wasn't possible, of course. So we are here, and my aim is to get a kiss from you.
Come on. That's a big problem.
It wasn't exactly a question, but a good one too. Next question, please.
Not a problem.
No repetitions of this, please. Next question is over there.
Hello, Robbie. I'm Lina from Germany and Camping Airbus Radio. And I want to know, have you ever been in the Allgäu? It's a region near Austria.
No. Is there another question? Have I ever been in the Igor? The Ica? Oh, the Ica! No.
Thank you. Next question. Oliver at the front here.
Hi Robbie, Oliver again.
Hi, man.
I know you're a big soccer fan, and the championships are away. So, which teams are your three favorites?
At the World Cup? Brazil, Germany, Spain,
Belgium,
Argentina. Brazil, Germany, Spain and Argentina. Germany are always strong. England are not too good right now, but it's, oh yeah, of course Italy, Forza Italy.
and Belgium.
Oh, no, not Belgium, no. No, Belgium have got a great team.
Oh,
Belgium,
sorry.
right now I've got a great team.
Okay, thank you.
Belgium, Forza, everyone.
We've got the next question in the back there, and then next over there.
Robbie, me again, Wolfgang. Is there any problem with performing on this altitude, 2,300 meters, or performing swinging, or are you on stage with smoking today, or is it more like ski dress?
Jesus, is that you?
Yeah.
To be honest, right now I feel very light-headed, and everything seems to be funny. And it must be because of the altitude. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens today. I will either faint or have a real problem because I won't be able to stop laughing. So we shall see. Thank you for the question, Jesus.
The next question is over there, to the left.
Can you talk into the mic?
You've written a song for your first daughter, Go Champion. Have you already texted something for the unborn baby?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what's it like?
They're asking me have I written a song for the new baby. Yeah, I have, but it's so rude. You'll have to wait. My management's going, no, don't sing it. Yes, I have. It's a very funny song, but you'll have to wait. And sorry. Altitude. Thanks for the asking question.
One in the front, and another one in the front is the next.
Hello again.
Hi, Di. Nice to see you again.
You are still the sexiest man on stage.
Oh.
Will you look in the eyes of the girls in the first row?
Yes, of course I'll be looking. The people in the front row are the people that have been waiting there the longest, which means they're the most mental, which means that they give me the most energy. And my performance is always about being allowed to be grandiose and big and rock and roll. And if the audience go, if I go, look at me, I'm great, and the audience goes, no, you're not. I go, okay, fine. The audience, no, I go, look at me, I'm great. They go, yes, we believe in you. And I go, cool, let's do this gig. So the front of the audience always give me the energy.
But there's also your wife and your daughter on the side today.
Yeah, my daughter's not here. She's down below, but my wife is here, and she gives me a lot of energy. She's like a one-woman cheerleading team.
Thank you. Next question in the second row in the front.
Hello, my name is Carmen from Switzerland. Carmen from Switzerland.
Hi, Carmen.
You have reached so many things in your life. You're famous, you're possibly rich, you have a nice, loving family. Do you still have dreams in your life?
Do I still have dreams in my life? Yeah, I'm really ambitious, and my ambition hasn't gone downhill in any way. You know, I still want to write songs that touch people's hearts and touch many people's hearts, and I love doing these big gigs and these massive shows, and I love being able to do anything that I want to do musically and on stage, and you know, I just want to keep this thing going for as long as possible, and you know, having my wife and having my children has kind of centered me, and I have a mission in life, and life is very beautiful, and it's been very kind to me, and God willing, I will have my health, and I'll just carry on. This is fun. Thank you.
In the front again.
If you are performing, you are in front of 50 or more thousand people. How important is this feeling? How would you describe this feeling to stand in front of this crowd?
Well, it's kind of like a danger sport, because every time you get on stage, you're kind of being vulnerable, and it's kind of unnatural, the amount of people looking at you. So it can be many things. Most of the time, when I'm feeling good and confident, it's thrilling and almost religious, a spiritual feeling. And then sometimes when I'm not feeling confident, it's terrible. Sometimes I go on stage and go, all these people are looking at me and I deserve this. And then sometimes I go on stage and go, all these people are looking at me and I'm really scared. You know, so, but most of the time these days it's just fun. I feel as though I'm with some friends in my living room trying to make them happy.
Thank you. We've got the 3 last questions, so if you want to ask a question, please raise your hand. It's Oliver to this over there, and then the next in here, and the third is in the front here.
Hi, the last question from my part. How did Ada manage to calm you down? Bring you down?
Sedatives. How did she manage to calm me down? It was time. You know, I think in your 20s, your late teen in your 20s is a time for men to go, rah, the world, I can do anything and I will, you know, anything possible, but you can't keep up that speed, or else your health deteriorates, you know, or else you know, God bless. And it was a perfect timing. You know, I was 32, she came into my life, and I love her, and she makes me laugh, she makes me feel safe, she makes me feel secure, and I could either carry on being, you know, tremendously self-destructive, or I could choose another path and see where that leads me, and so far so good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the question is in the third row in the back there.
Hi Robin.
Hi May.
Brenda London from Austria. I saw you 3 days ago in concert in Vienna.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
Have you ever planned to be in a movie or to act, besides singing in the future maybe?
Not really. I've had many nice offers to be in movies, but the actual process of making a film, seems so boring. You get up at stupid o'clock in the morning, and you don't go to sleep until stupid o'clock in the evening, and you do that for months, and most of the time, nothing's really happening. Plus, you've got to be fortunate to be in a good movie. You know, you've got to be. I don't want to be in any old movie. I want to be in a good movie, and there's not many good movies. You know, so I might change my mind and be lucky enough to be James Bond? Maybe. Yeah, okay, James Bond might be cool. James Bond, I'll consider it.
Okay.
Thanks for the question.
Thank you. Last question in the front.
Hello, Robbie. My name's Gabriella. I'm from England.
Hi, Gabriella.
I've been a fan of yours for over 20 years.
Oh, nice one.
Very
Thanks, babe.
exciting to see you in flesh rather than paper.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask what your favourite song is to perform.
What my favourite song is to perform is Let Me Entertain You, because it's like a communion with the audience, you know. It's a wonderful gift and a tool to have, you know, because I'm coming on stage, I'm doing what it says on the tin, and everybody behaves accordingly. You know, it's like the perfect opening song. And so it's either Let Me Entertain You or Angels, because, like I said before, when I sing Angels, it's as close to religious or spiritual that I get, because I think that song means a lot to people, and, you know, I think they think about their loved ones and the people that have passed on, and you can't help but feel emotional every night, even though I've sung it a million times. So Let Me Entertain You and Angels.
Thank you very much, Robin Williams. We're looking forward to the concert.